Let's see if I can say this like a sane man. Okay, so it's about an hour after I made the last video, and I'm floundering with something because I couldn't get a specific word to come to the forefront of my mind, and I do apologize for that. But firstly, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Captain Frank Hawks. Welcome. Let's be clear. Conflict is one of the most important aspects of any story. Without conflict, you don't actually have a story. Okay, there are different types of conflict. There is marital conflict or relationship conflict. There is economic conflict, sociological conflict, political conflict, geopolitical conflict. It goes very large, but basically, to do with you, to do with the people associated to you, to do with things you have, okay, or the potential losses thereof, to do with your community, or to do with your job, okay? So, without conflict, the story doesn't move forward. Without conflict, there is no structure. When you have a game that's basically telling the player and the game master in charge that nobody gets hurt. This is a safe game. There is no real violence because nobody gets hurt. There is no conflict now. You just stripped the conflict from the game. Okay? The story is the ghosts, the wraiths, the demons, whatever is out there, causes harm. And that harm can be potentially global. Okay? Without that harm, there's no reason for the Ghostbusters to show up. There's no reason for the Ghostbusters to fight the ghosts. And without some form of damage, there is no ability to stop the ghosts or to potentially be harmed in the course of performing your duties. Okay? Without these aspects, you don't have a game. Okay? So, just to cover the bases. White Wolf games, all storytelling games, all of which have conflict. Shadowrun. Conflict. Without the conflict, it's not Shadowrun. What's up? Star Trek Adventures, the Klingon Empire. Without conflict, there is no story. More importantly, the Klingons of this particular media live off of conflict. Without conflict, they are not Klingons. And the list goes on and 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 on. Okay? Conflict is a necessity. When you look at your players and you go, this is a safe game. Nobody gets hurt here. Story has just been stripped away, functionally making these materials not work. It means once I'm done reviewing the data within, I'm going to have to go in and manually gut this and rewrite it. And I know right now there are a lot of die-hard fans of the original material who are like, no, don't do that. There isn't a choice. If your Ghostbuster can't be harmed, if you are functionally invincible, you being an average everyday human being so too then is every other average everyday human being, which means the presence of the ghosts is nothing more than a minor annoyance, which means you're basically spinning bullshit. And I get it. The time period this thing comes from is from a time whenever a lot of people were like, games should not be violent. There are kids out there. They're craving the violence. Okay? It's a part of human nature. They crave conflict. They crave difficulty. They want challenge in their life. It's important that they have it. Okay? If they don't have it, the context of their existence doesn't mean anything. If they don't have it, they're just basically sitting in front of a computer, running through reels, doom scrolling, wasting away in front of a computer where they lose all of their teeth. I need to get out more. So, here's another tabletop role-playing game based off of one of my absolute favorite graphic novel series. Let's think about the plight of the mice, shall we? The plight of the mice is that they are food for every other creature in game world, fundamentally. Spiders, all sorts of different kinds of bugs, bats, snakes, larger rodents, weasels, everything that you can imagine. They live in a wilderness where they are at the bottom of the food chain, and they have a society that is very much like our own. And they're just trying to survive. That's why the Mouse Guard were formed. That's why I like this concept, even though nobody will play this with me. Without the conflict, this wouldn't have the depth or the meaning that it has. Without the difficulties, Liam wouldn't be the hero that we all love. Without the difficulties... Text message, one moment. Without the difficulties, the black axe would not come across as such a powerful weapon. Without the challenges, without the conflict, this has no meaning. Oh, jeez. Sorry. Moment. Egon and the gang are sitting in prison while he's talking about Ivo Shandor and the potential end of the world at the hands of Gozer. The end of the world. Everybody dies. Conflict. Without that conflict, the movie has no meaning. Okay? Yeah, at first it's mostly jokes and bullshit. But without the conflict, there is no depth. And that's my final word on that. Anyways, guys, if you like what you saw here, go ahead and hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of what I'm going to produce here relatively soon, please do not forget to hit the notification bell. If you would like to support my channel, please go over to my Patreon and contribute. Understanding that you are basically paying me to be here. Text message after text message after text message. This is why I normally turn off my phone during these, but I didn't because reasons. If you want to support me in making YouTube videos or any other media videos, please go over to my Patreon and support me. It's only $5 a month. I'm also thinking about doing the buy me a coffee thing. Anyways, have fun, be safe, take care of each other. This is Captain Frank Hawks, and I am signing out.